Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Randall Yard. I'm one of the construction accountants here at Fast Easy Accounting. And this video is going to be the introduction to our latest innovation, the unique contractor bookkeeping workflow for contractors in the USA. It really consists of three main parts. The first part is the paperwork, the fast and easy way. The second part is the bookkeeping, the fast, easy way. The third part is the financials, the fast, easy way. You see, we live in an ever-increasing system where there's a whole lot of things online, and we are on the not the cutting edge, the bleeding edge out in front of that. And so we put together this little system. It's working like a charm. We've been beta testing it for the last couple of months, and we're getting ready to release it to the public on March 1st of 2016 in about a week after this video has been made. So let me kind of walk you through it real quick like. As a contractor, you receive a lot of financial documents, and they come in the form of receipts, bills and statements, and emails, and all kinds of things. So we have gotten a contract with a firm called Hubdock, and what Hubdock does is it collects all those documents, the bills, the statements, and that sort of thing. And then when it collects those documents, because when it collects the documents, what you can do is you can snap and send a copy of the paperwork, take a picture of it, you can link it to your accounts from a delivery, you can forward the invoices from your inbox. And here's a really neat thing. For years, QuickBooks has had the opportunity for people to link the QuickBooks file to the bank account, and that works well in about 80% of the business. We call them regular accounting. It does not work in construction accounting at all, because it tends to not give the kind of granular detail you need for job costing. And plus, it treats every transaction the same way. So let's say, for example, you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or some supplier, and you might buy material for a job site. You might buy general supplies. You might buy tools and equipment. And if you just download from the bank, it's all going to go into one place. And more often than not, it's going to really mess up your numbers. Now, the financials are okay. The problem is in your job costing. So the thing I like about Hubdock, it'll download everything into an online repository, or if you please, paperless server. And then we can actually go in and put the transactions into your QuickBooks in the correct place. So it's all the benefit of downloading from the bank without the headache and the hassle of it downloading in the wrong place, because we have a couple other pieces of software that allows us to link Hubdock to our QuickBooks file online. So just to go a little deeper into this thing, what it does is actually it converts the material, the information that you're giving it, is usable data, because it automatically fetches your bills. You say goodbye to data entry, and it syncs with your accounting. Well, I love this little slide. This little slide from Hubdock, and these people are great. They're some of the greatest people on earth. I get a real chuckle out of that because we've had a team working on the integration for the last, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 weeks, a month. And we had the bugs worked out. It isn't quite as smooth as it shows here, but we do have the bugs worked out. So now we have quite a few clients, our contractors, that have linked their bank feeds into this, and quite a few contractors who are linking places that send them emails to their invoices and statements, and it is working out great. Because they're reporting back, our contractor clients reporting back that they're spending a little less than half, in some cases a lot less than half, but it's cut their time in half for getting documents to us. And we have other ways to do it as well, but this is just fantastic. I can't say good things about it. And the people at Hubdock are just fantastic. So let's move right along. I want to tell you about something else that I can't say enough good things about these people. If I tried, and if I even attempted to, it would take me at least a month. It's called T-Sheets. Now, T-Sheets is a mobile time card. And T-Sheets is a way for contractors to track time either on a mobile device or on the desktop. Now, we've been using T-Sheets, I don't know, probably a little over a year ourselves, internally here in our accounting firm. And we have quite a few clients using it, and they love it. Now, I'll be up front. Some contractors don't care for it because it is a little bit, it can appear to be a little bit daunting. Once we work with them a little bit, our T-sheets work with them, it's just phenomenal how great it does. So one of the neat things is you can track your time to the job, and this is great for job costing. I can't say good things about it. And the other neat part is it does have GPS location tracking. Now, that may or may not mean a whole lot to people, but let me just give you a little hint. I'm going to tell you a little quick story. Back in the Paleozoic age, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, in about 1980s, the early and mid 80s, Sherry and I had several construction companies, and one particular we had was a plumbing service repair firm. Now, we had 7 trucks and about 27 employees, and these trucks, each one, this is back a ways, so each truck with the truck and the inventory, material and tools and equipment was about $80,000 going down the road. And oftentimes, this is back when we used pagers before the cell phones even came out. And a lot of times, our plumbers, bless their hearts, they'd get lost getting to a job site. And they may stop over someplace and have an adult beverage, or maybe stop home, take a nap, and this sort of thing. And there really was no way to know about that. There was no good way to identify that. But lately, with the GPS location tracking on their phone, bless your hearts, if your field personnel get lost or they stop in for something, then you kind of know where they're at. And it really does help immensely. Actually, we did get GPS location tracking our trucks in the 90s, and it was very, very expensive. And now it's just peanuts. So it's built in here to the phone, global job tracking. T-sheets is fantastic because you can do all kinds of job costing. Your staff can, and it flows in the T-sheets. We import it into your QuickBooks file, and then you approve the time, and you rock and roll from there. And if you so desire, we do actually process payroll, and it's all online as well, so it's really simple. So everything just is super, super easy for time tracking and payroll. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, again, involves T-sheets, because the payroll and job costing and invoicing is simplified. And I love this quote from Elite One. I quote, "My whole crew loves this app. You know, their hours are right. I don't waste my weekends running payroll. Everybody wins." Because T-sheets will import nicely into the QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop Online. The QuickBooks Online is a great little program. If you have a lemonade stand, beyond that, it's not worth a whole lot. Because we use the QuickBooks Desktop, but we have it resting on a web server. And just so we're clear on this situation, that web server is what's called an Intuit approved commercial hosting service. So Intuit, the parent company of QuickBooks, has approved this server environment. And we run the actual desktop QuickBooks on that environment, and it works great. You can hardly even tell that you're on a remote server. So T-sheets does all the time tracking. It drops it in here, and then we do the payroll. We process the payroll for you. Really, really, really simple. Nothing to it. Saves a lot of time. So let's move forward. And so the first part of the equation is getting paperwork to us, and the time cards, and getting payroll done. So this is the part 2. Part 2 is the bookkeeping. So I got a little diagram here, and I say it's really quite simple. It starts with the QuickBooks. If the QuickBooks is set up right, that's on the upper left-hand corner, right up here, and you have a good bookkeeping process in place, now you can get key performance reports. From those reports is where you make good decisions. Good decisions leads to sales growth. Sales growth leads to cash flow, which leads to construction success secrets. And it all happened when you started your construction company right, and you got somebody to set up your QuickBooks correctly. So we actually, like I said, we use the QuickBooks Contractor desktop version, and it's a cloud-based QuickBooks desktop version. With it, you can access 24/7 if you want it. You don't have to ever open QuickBooks if you don't want to. because we take care of the contractor bookkeeping services needs. So what a lot of our contractors do is we just do all the bookkeeping for them, because the QuickBooks is kind of like this nasty, gnarly, complex engine underneath your high performance car, which is your company, your construction company. So if you open the hood on your construction company, you see this massive machine that's rolling and grinding and spitting and turning and belts and whistles and everything else. That's QuickBooks. Okay, so we've figured out a way that you can enjoy the benefits of QuickBooks without having to deal with it on a regular basis. Now, we're at that time of the year and we're rolling up a lot of QuickBooks files for our clients, and we're sending them to your tax preparer. So if you want to copy the QuickBooks file, it's not a problem. We can provide it for you. Most people don't want it and don't care. What they do is have their tax preparer give us a call, and we roll up a copy of it, send it to the tax preparer. And by the way, the tax preparers all love it. I think over the last, since 1991, we've had 3 or 4 tax preparers that didn't really care for the system. I asked them why. They said, well, it's just too much information. And I said, for who? For you or for the contractor? Well, for me. I don't care about the contractor. And I kind of laughed. I said, yeah, that's why we don't do taxes. We do the quarterly taxes, we do the payroll taxes, but we don't do the annual taxes. And that's just a quick digression. I'll tell you why. Trust but verify. Never have the same person doing your bookkeeping, doing your taxes. And never have the person doing your taxes, doing your bookkeeping. Trust but verify. Keep those things separate. You'll be glad you did. I'll give you a little hint. I've been in accounting for over 40 years. And I can tell you, I understand accounting inside and out, backwards and forwards, especially construction accounting. And I've used QuickBooks since 1991 or 92 when it first came out in DOS version. Okay, and for a number of years, we actually prepared tax returns. The problem with tax returns is it's that 3.5 months of pure chaos and utter mental and physical destruction from January 1st to April 15th, and then the rest of the year you're twiddling your thumbs. And so we decided just to specialize in the bookkeeping and let other people do those annual tax returns. Anyway, we had this dialed into a system. We know how to do that. So that's kind of what, just give me a quick overview. You can have access to QuickBooks if you want it, but you don't have to, because like I said, all the information comes in electronically. Now, when the information is in, and here is another pain point everybody has, paying the bills. Oh my goodness. Who likes paying bills? Nobody. Well, we've teamed up with Bill.com, and again, these are some of the best people on earth when it comes to bill management. I mean, these people have it dialed in. They really understand it. So what happens is that in your QuickBooks and Bill.com work together so that when we get the information in, it goes into Hubdock, and then it goes into QuickBooks and Bill.com. And what Bill.com does, it gives you a dashboard. So it says you send us your bills, you're actually sending them to us. Then we set them up, then you view and approve online, and you pay them as you see fit. So this falls in one of our absolute tenets written in stone. We do not touch your money. We do make it easy for you to pay the bills and do everything else. Okay, but we do not touch your money. We do not pay your bills. We do not actually pay your employees for payroll. We process payroll and get it ready, but then you pay it when the time comes. So that's Bill.com. It's a beautiful way to take care of your bill payments, and we can go into some detail on that, but it is so nice. Now, I'm going to say it tongue in cheek. It took about 3-4 months to get that thing figured out and how it integrates to QuickBooks. I get the biggest chuckle out of these folks because they tell you how simple things are. Well, they're not. But when you get them working, great. When you get them working, they are fantastic. Can't say enough good things about it. Okay, here's we're going to come to the wrap up here. On those 3 circles I talked about, fast, easy paperwork, fast, easy bookkeeping, and fast, easy reports. Okay, so we've got the paperwork in. We've done the bookkeeping, and your payroll has been paid on time, and your bills are paid. All right, now you want to kind of get a good feel of some reports. We have an online financial reporting tool, and it's free. And by the way, the Hubdock is free. to our clients. And we give you a fairly good price on the bill.com. It's not free because it's pretty complex, but these two, we've negotiated some really good prices. So we just pass them to our clients for free. Now, here's what's important about this. I have more degrees as a thermometer and it doesn't really matter. Who cares? But I do know that if a contractor looks at his reports and understands them, you can make a ton of money. You really can. You need those reports. So Fathom also links to the QuickBooks, and then it pushes out a report and it updates the data on a regular basis. So what happens is, again, a different location, you go online and you can pull up all these reports. Now there are literally thousands, if not tens of thousands of combinations. But we set up a template within this Fathom that really works well. So I'm just going to give you just a taste of the reports you can pull up. This is one of my favorite ones, profitability report. It's right there in a nutshell, okay? You got words and pictures. This is a sample company. It's not a real company, but it could be yours very easily. And we're saying, okay, 820,000, your break even was 564,912, your margin of safety is 255,993. So right there at a quick glance, you can see what your break-even point is, and that changes every time we update it. But it's phenomenal. Okay, that's just one. The other report, which is really important, is called cash flow. So get you familiar with operating cash flow, free cash flow, and net cash flow. And so this report gives you some information of where the cash flow is and what's happening. It'll give you a heads up about what's going to happen in the future. So you get the profitability, the cash flow report. The next thing you're going to look at is the growth. Now this is showing the company, the sample company, it has some growth and efficiencies, it has some quality growth, but it also talks about the 4 quadrants. So the earnings before taxes and efficiency. Okay, let me just stop and relax. I'm excited. I am really enthused. Upper left-hand quadrant, right here. Efficiency gains, quality growth, stress, and decline. All right, wouldn't you like to know how the business is doing before it's too late? So it starts here at the midpoint, at the center, and it tells you how things are going. So this company's doing pretty well. It had some growth, it slipped back a little bit, and it's got some more growth. But wouldn't it be nice to know if the company's under stress or if it's in decline? This is very useful. So here we're seeing a revenue growth of 8.6%. Earnings before income taxes is EBIT, and asset change. A lot of information there. And by the way, this actual report has a ton of information. It's got a whole lot of descriptions on how things work and what they mean. And we're here to assist as well and help you understand what's going on. So I only showed you just a few reports there on the Fathom just to kind of whet the appetite, but there are thousands of reports and KPI reports, all kinds of things. So what I'm looking to do is we work with contractors all across the USA, including Alaska and Hawaii. Now, there are, hundreds of thousands of contractors. So we're only working with the proud and the few. If you're one of those, I want to help work with you and help you become dominant in your market. Now, what's neat is we can do that very easily because I can take 3 contractors doing the same thing. They can be remodel contractors, residential, 3 plumbers, 3 electricians, 3 drywall, 3 roofers. It doesn't matter. And they can be in they can have their headquarters in the same block, and they can serve the same basic geographic area. But you know what? They're all going to have a different strength. And I can help you identify what your strength is, and you can make a ridiculous amount of money. Or I'd like to say an obscene amount of money. It was kind of funny because back in the day when I would bring my reports to my financial advisor and banker, they'd look at me kind of funny like, are you kidding me? This is not real. I said, it is real. I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't know a darn thing about sports and that sort of thing, and I don't hunt and fish, other than I go to Safeway to hunt and fish. So I'm an inch wide and a mile deep in a few areas. This just happens to be one of them. So the next one I share with you is this. This is that same Fathom, and it gives you an income statement. And I just pulled this out of a sample company in QuickBooks, and it took 2015 versus 2014. You see the variances on the right. So here's like the income, 2015, 2014, and we're up 8.6% here. Gross profits up. We're down. Well, you know what? That's kind of a good thing, actually, isn't it? Iffy, iffy. Um, Operating margins and all kinds of stuff and variances, all kinds of data here. And this is kind of interesting because at the end of the year, the equity went from 311,000 up to 387,000. So this is the kind of thing we watch that really helps us understand the business and what's going on. And that's just the Fathom reports. And there, like I said, there are thousands of combinations. The actual report, the template can be anywhere. The template report that you can generate just by pushing a button. I mean, literally one button will give you a PDF report anywhere from 11 to 20 some odd pages, depending on the size of your company. Okay, I want to move to the last and final slide, and we are Fast Easy Accounting, and we serve contractors just like you. We serve contractors all across the USA, including Alaska and Hawaii. Now, I apologize if anybody's listening to this and you're outside the USA. We love you. We love all contractors. It just so happens that we're skilled in USA, and I maybe can help you find somebody if you're outside the USA. But if you're in the USA, Alaska, and Hawaii, and you're a contractor and you would like some help, I invite you to call Sherry at 206-361-3950. Well, that's all I have. Thank you very much, and bye for now.